So God has obviously established various jurisdictions in the state, the family, the church. And yet there are times when we find there's a collision, where there's a conflict. And increasingly we're seeing that there's overreach. And so as families, we need to be very wise, because we want to be a good example. We want to be a good witness in society. We want to be good citizens. We want to obey the government as we're commanded to in Romans 13. Yet, as we have seen in recent years, there are times where the government is not seeking to reward good, but to punish good. It's not seeking to punish evil, but reward evil. And at times have tried to call for us as Christians, as families, as the church, to do things that God forbids, or forbid that which God commands, or to call us to do that which is not theirs to command us to do. In those situations, we must obey Christ, first and foremost, either in the church context, as the head of the church, in our own families, when the state tries to overstep and overreach, in humility and in wisdom, we must stand firm to our post. And if we are brought into a situation where we are forced to make a decision, we must obey God, not man. And if there are consequences to that, it's really important to remember that God always takes care of the consequences of our obedience. And we're still submitting, even if we face the consequences, because we're submitting to the consequences that the government or the state might bring against us. This is never easy. Sometimes it's easy to know what we have to do, but to actually carry it out, like in the times we had during lockdowns, but to actually walk through it is difficult. And it takes courage that is beyond what we have available. But it is essential that we put God first. And this is going to happen more and more in the times that we're living in. We're not being rebellious. We need not, like it says in Peter, feel that we need to be ashamed of our conduct, because we are seeking to please God first and foremost.